say no.
What's for
Obviously,
dinner?
you don't do drugs. You've
Two
seen the DARE
marriage and
presentation.
some on the
You
side.
know better. But then he hits you with it.
Coke
Bro,
Zero.
everyone here's done it. You trying to be better than us? You scared? Come on, don't be a... And now it's not about the pill anymore. It's about proving you're not the lame one. So you take it. Oh, hey there. What's 50 times stronger than heroin and somehow easier to get than a prescription for antibiotics? If you guessed B, fentanyl, you're correct. If you guessed D, also correct, but we're focusing on fentanyl today. Here's the fun part. That pill you just took wasn't Xanax. It was pressed fentanyl. Or it was Xanax laced with fentanyl. And the lethal dose is about 2 milligrams. That's the weight of a few grains of salt. You literally cannot see it. Your friend didn't know it was laced. Not because he's secretly Zach Galifianakis trying to roofie the group for a wild weekend in Vegas. Just because the guy who pressed these pills in his basement doesn't have FDA quality control. And now you've got about 15 to 30 minutes before your body completely shuts down. Let's find out what it feels like when peer pressure kills you. So what exactly is fentanyl? And why is something this deadly being pressed into fake Xanax bars by guys named Kyle? Fentanyl's a synthetic opioid, created in 1960 by a Belgian chemist who was probably trying to cure cancer or something noble. Instead, he invented the most efficient way to accidentally kill recreational drug users. Hospitals use it because it's incredibly good at blocking pain. It binds to opioid receptors in your brain and nervous system and basically tells your body, hey, stop feeling things. Hey bro, you need to stop feeling it.
What? No, why would I?
It's about 50 times stronger than heroin, 100 times stronger than
Tomorrow
morphine.
morning is my
The
court
medical
date.
dose for pain management is 25 to 100 micrograms. That's 0.025 to 0.1 milligrams. The dose that kills you? 2 milligrams, which means there's basically no margin for error.
Making a
It's like if
mess.
Tylenol's safe dose was 1 pill and 2 pills made your liver explode. And here's why street fentanyl is Russian roulette. When someone's pressing thousands of pills in bulk, the fentanyl doesn't distribute evenly. One pill might have 0.5 milligrams. The next one might have 5 milligrams. Your friend took one last week and was fine? Cool. Congrats to him. You just got the Mega Millions jackpot of bad luck. So what does fentanyl do to you? Simple. It floods your opioid receptors, the parts of your brain responsible for pain, pleasure, and breathing, and overwhelms them completely. In a hospital, they give you just enough to block pain while keeping you alive. At this party, you just took enough to block consciousness and respiration, and eventually, your pulse. Buckle up. This gets weird fast.
This next part gets weird.
Alright, here's the timeline. Fentanyl moves fast. From the moment that pill hits your stomach to complete system shutdown, about 10 to 30 minutes, depending on dose and body weight. Let's go minute by minute. First 5 minutes. You feel amazing.
Yeah, I can hear you. You are amazing.
Better than you felt in years. Maybe ever. Fentanyl slams into your mu opioid receptors like a freight train made of serotonin and bad decisions. These receptors control pain, but they also control reward and euphoria. Every problem you've been carrying, work, stress, relationship, anxiety, existential dread, it all just evaporates. You feel warm, safe, like you're wrapped in the universe's softest blanket. Your friends are talking to you. You're nodding and smiling. Everything they say is the funniest thing you've ever heard. You're finally relaxed, finally part of the group. Meanwhile, your respiratory rate just dropped from 16 breaths per minute to 10, then 8, then 6. See, fentanyl doesn't just make you feel good. It tells your brainstem, the part that controls automatic functions like breathing, to chill the fuck out. And your brainstem, being a team player, complies. You don't notice. Why would you? You feel incredible. 5 to 10 minutes in, the euphoria is shifting into something heavier. You're not high anymore. You're sedated. Someone asks if you're okay. You try to answer, but the words come out slow, thick, like your tongue forgot how to work. Your vision's blurry. Not in a I need glasses way. In a my brain's not processing visual information correctly way. Sounds are muffled, distant, like you're underwater. You're not scared though. Can't be. Your brain's too oxygen deprived to generate complex emotions like fear. You're just really, really tired. Your oxygen saturation, amount of oxygen in your blood, has dropped from a healthy 98% to 85%, then to 80%. Your lips are turning blue, your fingernails are gray. Your friends are starting to get concerned, but they're drunk and high, and nobody wants to be the one who ruins the vibe by calling 911 over a guy who's just really stoned. Classic party dilemma: is he dying, or is he just British? Fun fact: this is the window where Narcan could 100% save you. One spray up the nose, and you wake up confused, pissed off, and alive. Problem is, nobody at this party has Narcan. Why would they? They're not real drug users. They're just college kids having fun. Guess what happens next? 10 to 15 minutes. You're out, fully unconscious. And this is where things get bad. Your breathing's almost completely stopped. Maybe one breath every 30 seconds, maybe one per minute. Your brain is suffocating. Here's the thing about your brain. It's 2% of your body weight, but uses 20% of your oxygen. It's a resource hog. And right now, it's getting nothing. The parts of your brain responsible for consciousness, memory, decision-making, gone. Offline. What's left is just your brainstem trying desperately to keep your heart beating. Your friends are freaking out. Someone's slapping your face. Someone else is yelling your name. You don't respond. Can't respond. You're not there. Finally, someone calls 911. By the way, quick PSA from your dead host. If someone's unresponsive at a party, call 911 immediately. I know you're worried about cops showing up. I know you don't want to get in trouble. But you know what's worse than getting in trouble? Your friend dying on your couch while you Googled, is he just really high or dead? Anyway, back to you dying. 15 to 25 minutes, you've stopped breathing entirely. Respiratory arrest. Your oxygen saturation's in free fall. 60%, 50%, 40%. Your organs are screaming for oxygen. Your brain especially. Your heart's trying to compensate. It's beating faster, harder, trying to pump whatever oxygen's left to your brain. But there's nothing to pump. It's like revving an engine with no gas. The system's breaking down. If you're lucky, and I mean really lucky, paramedics arrive now. They immediately hit you with Narcan. Start chest compressions. Bag you manually force air into your lungs. Narcan's a miracle drug. It's an opioid antagonist. Kicks the fentanyl off your receptors and reverses the overdose in seconds. With Narcan, you wake up angry, confused, and in withdrawal, but alive. Without it, your heart stops, and we move to the final stage. 25 to 30 minutes, your heart stops, cardiac arrest. At this point, even if they revive your heart, your brain's been without oxygen for so long that the person you were is gone. You might technically survive. Your body might keep functioning with medical support, but you, the person who went to that party, who gave in to peer pressure, who just wanted to fit in, you're already gone. The worst part? From the outside, fentanyl overdose looks peaceful. No thrashing, no screaming, you just stop. Which is why your friends didn't realize until it was too late. Alright, but what does this actually feel like? Because we've covered the biology. Let's talk about the experience. At first, incredible. The best you've ever felt. All the stress, anxiety, self-doubt, gone. You feel good. Not, had a nice day good. This is what happiness actually is good. Then you start sinking. Not physically, mentally. Like you're being submerged in warm honey, and it feels safe, comfortable. You hear people talking, but you can't focus on the words. They sound far away. You want to respond, but forming thoughts is too hard. Your brain's moving in slow motion. And here's what makes fentanyl different from most other ways to die. There's no panic, no pain, no desperate gasping for air. You just feel tired, like you could sleep forever. Some survivors describe it as the most comfortable I've ever been. Others say it felt like floating, detached from their body, watching from somewhere else. And emotionally, nothing. No fear, no regret, no final thoughts about your family or what you're leaving behind. Just nothing. Most ways to die, your brain panics, floods you with adrenaline, fights. But fentanyl, it just turns everything off, gently, quietly, which is why it's so dangerous. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels like relief.
Wish me luck
Quick
tomorrow.
reality check. Fentanyl killed over 75,000 people in the US last year.